G'day gamers, VaderG here, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to chat about Marvel Future Revolution. I have to admit, and I'm just going to start out by saying, I was totally wrong about this game. Absolutely couldn't be more wrong about this game. A few weeks back I made a video. I didn't focus on Marvel Future Revolution, I bundled it in with another video about Marvel Future Fight, and yeah, I did say in that video that Marvel Future Revolution I felt was going to be pretty damn boring and repetitive and all of that type of stuff. I've spent the past couple of weeks, and to be honest, probably because I was solo, just sort of, trying things out in this Amiga server by myself and really no friends in game to sort of share the experience with, I did feel a little bit like visually fantastic, as you can see on screen right now, but I did feel like it was a little bit one-dimensional, let's put it that way. However, since we've got an alliance going, and since I've got some friends in game, you can kind of see some different people, Spellborough's, Dan's joined, who have kind of jumped into the alliance, and we're sort of sharing an experience and sort of have a line chat going and that sort of thing. My whole perception of this game has changed. Not only that, I've really got into the story mode, so into the actual campaign mode, over the past probably 2 weeks, and it is absolutely epic. And it is epic in a free-to-play manner. So, it really is, this is, right at this point in time, this is a free-to-play game. All right, it's a free-to-play game for all other modes except for, probably except for Amiga War. Sorry guys, I'm just tapping a bit of stuff on the screen as I'm doing this. But the actual gameplay in all other respects, besides Amiga War, which is probably a little bit of a whale sort of setup, the rest of the gameplay is pretty amazing. Visually, it's excellent, but more so, you being a role-playing game, you feel your hero growing basically you feel your hero growing in power and in sort of in value as you progress through the game. And of course, that's what a role-playing game is meant to be like. But you really, once you get into the story mode in this game, you really feel it. You really feel that power increase as you progress through different levels. You're able to go and defeat bosses. You might get stuck on a boss here and there, and then you come back and have to have to do some grinding. You have to grind some stuff and grind some either material or experience or some sort of gear. Free to play, of course. And you can grind it, and then you can come back, and then you can beat this stuff. And basically, the game has reminded me over the past 1.5 weeks, it's reminded me of, it's very similar to what Marvel Future Fight was when it first kicked off, probably for that first couple of years, where Marvel Future Fight was kind of free-to-play friendly, to be perfectly honest. I remember my first 2 years in Marvel Future Fight having a VIP level, well, I think of 1 for at least 9 months. But probably even after 2 years, I was probably like VIP 4 or 5 maximum, and still able to compete and still able to grind and do all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it reminds me of those times where you're kind of progressing through the game and you're really grinding to earn power and to grind power. The content is challenging. I mean, I'm just free farming here, just farming some different mobs. But let's just say a boss comes along. The content is challenging. The content tests you out. It's even now, even though I'm at level 100, for instance. I can't change channel. Let's see if I can change. Sorry. If I'm coming back to Midgardia, which is probably level, I don't know, 60 to 80. If I come back and try and fight a boss, so for instance, I'll try and get over to this dude in time. If I come back here and fight a boss, and this is not the last sort of world experience within the game, the boss is challenging. If I try and solo a boss, particularly on autoplay, I'll get killed, even coming back to some of these earlier levels. So it really is a challenging content. Some of the bosses seriously take 10 to 15 minutes to take down. in the campaign mode. Not in this free play mode, but when you're actually in campaign mode, it can easily take 15 minutes to take a boss down, and a lot of strategy and a lot of patience and a lot of tactics and really using your skill selections wisely. And then during those battles, recognizing that you've still got room to improve and build your character. So guys, 100% free to play friendly. I was totally wrong about this game. I kind of fully endorse it. I'm not I don't want Marvel Future Fight to die or to lose players in any way at all. But at the same time, I'd be doing this game a disjustice if I said that it wasn't worthy to play, or at least try out to do the campaign mode, because it is, quite honestly, it is pretty well bonkers in terms of how engaged you can get in the actual game. Now, it has a lot of different modes as well, and you kind of see I'm getting a little bit of help there. Another level 100 dude, so Doctor Strange over there, putting a bit of heat on this Grim Chill unit. And there's a whole heap of other modes, and we'll just quickly get into it. Just polish this boss off real quick. That will sort of appeal to a lot of different players. And you know, whether you're free to play, whether you're pay to play. So we've just defeated that dude. Get a card, not bad. But let's have a bit of a run through the different modes. So Blitz is basically a grind. It reminds me a little bit of World Boss Ultimate in Marvel Future Fight. That's what it's like. And you can progress through to all different levels. I mean, this guy, if you try and solo this fella Maestro, you better have a pretty epic build. The same as LaFay. And even, you know, this level 80, 90, 100 content, it's pretty challenging, right? Even now with level 100, Most Wanted is basically like you're going to find characters that you need to defeat. If you get, let's just say if I defeat all these these three characters in a day, then I'll get some, I can choose one of these rewards. It kind of, I don't know, it's probably nearly more like World Boss Legend, I guess, if we're comparing it to Marvel Future Fight. And there's a shitload of these guys, right? So New Stark City, that's just one. In Hydra, you've got these guys. In Xanderth, you've got, Yellow Jacket, you've got Nebula, MODOK. You've got some pretty serious bosses in there. Midgardia, we've got Loki, Malekith, Ulik, and Crossbones. And in Sakaar, we've got Zola, Ares, and we've got Cull Obsidian. And we've got Maestro, who is the ultimate beast. Let's put it that way. So plenty of content there. And so that's all PvE type stuff. Other PvE type stuff. Special Operations, basically like a raid mode where you sort of go in with 3 other players and you go through these different levels. Battle Challenge, I haven't pushed this week at all, but this is Shadowlands. In a nutshell, it's Shadowlands. You get really good rewards by doing this mode. And by grinding, and obviously the more powerful the character you have, the further you can get. Raid is also a bit like World Boss Legend, so it's like a real high level boss that you have to take down, usually in a team of 4, so with 3 other players, so a bit like co-op, I guess. So maybe not like World Boss Legend, because it's more co-op mode. It's probably a little bit like Giant Boss Raid, but actually a Giant Boss Raid that's actually going to test you out. Omega War is the whale mode, where you have different teams, so you put on a team of, say, 10 versus another team of 10. Dimension Duel, really like, it's really like Timeline Battle. I'll probably get my ass kicked going into this Dimension Duel because I've just turned level 100, and and I don't really, I know I'm going to be put up against other level 100s that have squad power of, huge squad power. Oh, I've got a level 98, so let's just take this guy on, Norman Chang, and then I'll wrap the video up, guys. But really, just wanted to make this vid and say, I was wrong about Marvel Future Revolution. Is it a game that I'm going to play as much as Marvel Future Fight? I don't know, because it's brand new, right? It kind of feels like very engaging, but I've pretty well finished the campaign mode, and I'm just going to get out of there just quickly. Activate that skill, which reduces my cooldown of the other skills. And Storm is a very cool character, right? She has really, really cool area of attack, and really great at mobs. She's not bad at this sort of stuff. I mean, her first skill, this skill that I've got allocated as her first skill, watch this, it does a fair bit of damage, right? So, I don't know. I don't know what I can say. I don't know if it's... I'm assuming Netmarble are going to bring out more modes in the very near future. And what do I get for that? I got some... Yeah, so I get some squad XP, and I got some uniform box or something like that. So, I don't know. Longer term, is it going to have the longevity of Marvel Future Fight? Well, I'm sure Netmarble... They know what they need to do, right? They know what they need to do to engage a player base. They've done it with Marvel Future Fight. They've done it with their other games. They're not noobs to this mode. I'm hoping that for the next 12 months, 12 to 18 months, is going to be very similar to what Marvel Future Fight was like in the early days, where effectively it's a free-to-play game. And right now, it's a free-to-play game. Right now is the time to get on it if you want to try it and if you want to get engaged in a really, really cool Marvel story mode with different worlds, with a really cool role-playing game. Then jump on it, guys. Have a crack. And let me know what you think of this video in the description. I'm not really planning on making daily content or a huge amount of content about Marvel Future Revolution, but if there's demand for it, then maybe I will here and there just drop a video. Anyhow, guys, thanks for your time. Thanks for listening, and catch you next time.